No matter what happens to us in our lives, we can't turn bitter. We can't let the world change us. We can't let the whimsy die. Why would we? Why would we let it die? Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. We said we wouldn't turn bitter. We said we wouldn't do this. We said we wouldn't do that. We said we wouldn't dim our light. We said we wouldn't make life more complicated than it was. We said we wouldn't make life complicated the way the adults tend to do. Humans are conditioned, adults are conditioned. They start making things way more complicated than it has to be. And we said we wouldn't turn that way, so we're not turning that way. It's about way more than being an adult. It's about the way that we choose to respond to life. You go through tragedy, but are you going to let that turn you into a tragedy person? Are you going to identify with that? Are you going to let that condition you into thinking that you are tragedy yourself? Into thinking that that's all you're ever going to get? No, you won't. Why would you? When you said you wouldn't turn this way. When you knew your life was going to be more than tragedy. More than conditioning. More than limiting beliefs. Because that's what differentiates successful from unsuccessful people. People that have peace inside and people that are unhappy inside. The way you look at life is what matters the most. Your perspective. You have gone through things. You will keep going through things. But the way that you choose to see them, the perspective that you choose to have, is what matters. You were told, life is hard. Life is this way. Life is that way when you came into this world. You were told, life is this way. Life is that way. Life is this other way. Life is hard. Life is difficult. People are not loyal. People do this. People do that. Okay, but have you stopped to think and decide and choose your own perspective? Tell me, have you? To think for yourself, not for what other people chose to perceive reality as. And then look at the way that they perceive life and the way that their life is going. Do you want that for yourself? Those were conditioned people. People that already had limiting beliefs in their perspective, in their code, in their system. So what do you want for your system? That is a question that we should be asking ourselves all the time. When I came into this world, I knew that I did not want to be and make things way more complicated than they are. I did not want to listen to what anyone else was doing or saying. I don't care. I have my own autonomy and I can think for myself and I can critically think and decide what I want, or more so within my soul. Does this make me feel good? Or does it make me feel caged in? Does this make me feel free? Is there freedom in this belief? Is there freedom in living life this way? Because freedom is an important value for me. I don't know what your values are. You decide that. And you choose to live your life by those values that are important to you. But one thing that you're not going to do is let other people come and decide for you what to believe, what to do, where to go, how to handle things, how to do this, how to do that, how to look at life, what to do with your life, how to think, how to feel, what to do, how to express yourself, how not to express yourself. You decide that. You get to decide all of those things because you are your own person and you are your own independent being. And you have that freedom. You get that freedom. You get that privilege for yourself. So, what are you going to decide? What do you want for yourself? Do you want to do whatever the hell you want? Then do whatever the hell you want. But just free yourself. You get to free yourself. And that is all that really matters. That is all that really matters. Who do you want to be? Choose that for yourself.